Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Today's episode, powered by Hayabusa, is all about getting full extension in your punches and why it's so important. All right, in today's episode, we're talking about full extension punches. Now, this is a little bit of a rant because I came from traditional Taekwondo, and I can tell those fighters who started with maybe the Muay Thai or the kickboxing, they just miss something so simple in their strikes, and that's full extension. Now, whenever we learned, and I talked about having uniforms, when you grew up in Taekwondo or karate and you had your gi on, one of the benefits of the gi is with the sleeve, you can hear the snapping of the punch. And that you knew how effective the snap was based on the sound of your uniform when you strike. Now, without that, we don't know that a lot, or we don't use it. So, this is how we're going to learn to drill it and develop it in your training. Now, whether you use a bag, you can use a makiwara from the old school days, a moving bag. The whole idea of understanding full extension is I don't want to hit the bag. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves is, especially when a newbie comes in, they see a bag and they're like, oh, I'm going to crush this thing. And then they punch it, and then they knock the bag right over, and they think it's a good punch. Oh, I would have knocked somebody out. In reality, it's a very terrible punch, right? You see it. Their arms were bent, and then they were pushing, right? That's not an effective strike. So one of the other things that we see a lot, people might not hit through it. They might touch it, okay? But they're here. They have that bent arm. One, you're missing power and snap. And the other thing is, hey, if I want to follow up with my right hand, now my right hand's short. Don't even ask me to kick from this range, all because of a short jab. So if I know I'm kicking, for example, I want to jab here. Look, my lead shoulder is front. I'm more bow and arrowed. I'm not so square. My shoulder in front. I have full extension in my elbow. Now look, boom, beautiful full range to kick. Now, same concept, I jabbed with maybe a smaller bent arm. Already at this point, my shin, my count, I'm going to be more susceptible to counters. My kick isn't done at good range, all because of this one shot, right? So if you want to have good combinations, you have to have good range. To have good range, you need full extension, all right? So drill number one, what I like to do is I like to pop the jab first with the extension. That's the first shot. It's got to be long. It's got to be snappy. So the main thing is you're moving around. You need to hit the bag. I'm just touching it, okay? Sometimes I even like to do this bare knuckle so I know my knuckles are touching properly, okay? So I'm here, right? Now I'm going to try to be extra quiet. All you hear is my knuckle on the pad just skin the bag. But I'm not going slow. I'm hitting with full power, full intensity, full speed. But at the same time, I'm hitting and pulling back. Right? Okay? Finding those. So once you find that jab nice and effectively, find that 1-2. I'm hitting hard, but you see, I'm just touching my knuckles, just flicking the bag, and that's how I know I got full extension, okay? Very important concept. Now, even when I do this, you'll notice sometimes I do vertical punches, sometimes I do horizontal. I really change them up, all right? Now, to make this drill more effective, the way I do it, and do it as a drill, I get my team to do straight punches in threes, okay? Now, there's different ways you can throw the straight punches, right? I can throw 1, 2, 3, 3 jabs with the same rhythm. I can change the tempo, 1, 2, 3. I'm just touching the bag, skinning it with full extension. I can go 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, and I'm just gonna find different straight punch combinations to 3. Now, what you also want to do, if I go 1, 2, and I stay on a straight line, look, I'm bent. So the whole purpose of this stationary drill is 1, 2. Now I don't have room. I have to angle to get the full extension. Now I can kick with beautiful length and beautiful range, all right? That full snap technique. Now, another little example you can use, which I like to use with my fighters, is understanding tape $100 on the bag. Now, the idea of here is I need to be able to steal that $100 off the bag. More of a visual reference. You're not actually grabbing the money off the bag, but that whole idea of touch and pull right back. That's going to help you develop speed. It'll help you get that snap, and it'll help you get that full extension we're looking for. Okay? So this is the main type of drill I like to use to get that full extension. Now, once you become a master of it, okay, then you can start progressing. So I would say if you're a beginner, right, don't even step, okay? Stay here. find your range first. Okay, I'm at full range here. If I were to land here, and then, okay? Stationary. That's the most basic way you're gonna practice it. Then, intermediate, you're gonna take one step back. Now you have to step in and out for it. Jab, jab cross, nice and long, okay? That's one step, that's an intermediate. Now if you're an advanced fighter, this is when you need to move, okay? Now when I move, right, for example, you have to know, right, how far, because I know my distance. Do you know your distance? That is the question. You should know from here, no matter where I move, backwards, forwards, anywhere, I need to know how far I need to be from that bag for full extension. If I'm out here now, I set myself up and I end in here, I'm too close. If I'm maybe here and I go to jab, I'm too far, right? You need to know your range. If I'm too close, my elbow's gonna be bent. If I think, oh, I'm gonna be nice and long, and then I'm reaching, you know you're too far. You need to know that perfect distance to be able to attack, okay? Don't overstep, don't understep. Perfection of the strike, okay? So that's when people think, oh, you're a beginner. Oh, I know how to throw a jab. Yeah, sure you do, but can you do it with full snap, full extension, and understand the distance where, hey, you're right here. What distance do you have to be for a rear hand? Boom, yes, see? And even when I threw that rear hand, guess what? My back foot was pivoted and I had full extension. Your eyes need to tell you how far you need to be to get full extension in your punches, okay? Steal that money off the bag. Sounds like a simple concept, but your strikes are gonna be so much better. If I'm here now snapping, boom, snap, boom, boom, snap, full control. When you're ready, bang, bang, you can sit on your punches a little bit more effectively and then do the work you have to. Managing distance, as I always say, is the most important thing when it comes to martial arts. Managing distance, yes, it's easy to say, yeah, you manage your distance with footwork, but managing distance also comes from having full range of your technique. What's the point of a front kick if I'm gonna front kick from here? No, a front kick is more effective when it's thrown at its proper range. Okay, bringing it back to martial arts and sword fighting. If I had a spear, right? A spear is a very long weapon. Why would I use the spear from here? No, you're gonna use a small knife. You're gonna use your spear from out here, you'll use your sword from here, and on inside, you'll use your knife and your blades, right? So understand that each weapon has a range that it's most effective at. Learn where it's at that effective range, all right? Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you support the channel by supporting our sponsors, by Hayabusa. Make sure you go to Hayabusa Fight, linked in the description below. The T3 boxing gloves, my personal favorite. The other thing, since there's a lot of coaching today, those paddles have to be one of my favorites. I've used Everlast paddles. I've used the winning paddles. I'm telling you, nothing compares to the Hayabusa paddles. Highly recommend those. Then we have Perfect Sports Nutrition. I'm starting to cut down a little bit thanks to their supplements, but I highly recommend their branch chains, their Altered State pre-workouts, and their proteins, the best on the market. Last but not least, bazookatraining.com, right? Curriculum online taught by me for less than $10 a month. What a steal. You get all these videos here on YouTube, but I give you the full curriculum, how to teach it, how to practice it. Okay, how to drill it is all the most important. So every Monday you get 4 brand new videos, home workouts, no equipment needed. A bag workout, whether you have one of these water bags or a big swinging bag, we can do it. We have sparring drills, grab your partner, drill these concepts. And we have tutorials to really make you understand the concepts. So you can learn the tutorial, jump right back into the lessons and learning. It's endless for you. Now with an archive library, almost close to 400 videos. You understand that? 400 videos. You can study a video every single day and you'll still have time and more videos to learn. All right, we'll see you next time here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Welcome to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA online training. I'm Bazooka Joe Valtellini, the owner here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Over the past year, I've designed and created a website to teach Bazooka curriculum at home and across the world. The purpose of this website is for you to, 1, hit your fitness and health goals, all while learning world-class martial arts instruction from me. The beautiful thing about this website, it's geared for all levels. So if you're learning martial arts for the first time as a beginner, we help you progress into the bigger stages. And if you're a pro fighter, guess what? We have different fight concepts for you to improve your tool set and your skills in the ring or cage.
As the fastest rising kickboxing world champion and a lifelong martial artist with over 30 years of experience, I've been able to combine my passion for martial arts and teaching to create this website. This website is going to give you some of the tricks, secrets, and inside look at some of the training I use to win my world title. Once you subscribe to this site, you're going to be getting weekly training videos and tutorials that you can do from anywhere. The sections are broken up into 3 parts. The first is bag workout. So if you have a bag at home or at your gym, you can use these workouts to supplement your training. The second is at-home workouts. A lot of us don't have the room for a bag or a bag in general, so these workouts are for no equipment needed and you can do them anywhere. And finally, the tutorial section. If you're having any problems with a specific technique or fight concept that's covered in any of the workouts, go to the tutorial section, learn the technique, and then go back to the workout, and this time, do it with proper technique. One of the added benefits once you subscribe is the forums section, where you can get a more personalized experience where you can ask questions and I'll be able to go in there and answer them. It's all about building a team and a community of martial artists helping each other grow. So subscribe now to get access to all the videos plus more so you can be part of the squad here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.